All right, I'm back. What's up, guys? Good afternoon. So I've already been streaming a little bit here, but we are back in action, and I really want to look at Bitcoin. So I don't know, should we go with music or no music? I guess no music. Let's keep it chill, guys. It's afternoon. Some people might be watching other things, or you're in trades. I'm actually trying to stay out of trades, so sometimes I just put on a show or some YouTube or whatever to kind of entertain myself while I'm watching the charts. Bitcoin is moving, so let's get right over to Bitcoin chart first. Oops. Oh my god, I hate it when I do this. I somehow made all the charts SUI instead of how my normal layout is. There we go. I just had to go back a bunch. Wow, Bitcoin really is pumping. Okay, they weren't lying. So guys, that is dope. That's what I want to see. So yesterday I actually I added to my position, my Bitcoin position last night, just a little bit. I added like $300. So let's go to my account. We'll start my portfolio. I'm probably still down quite a bit, $420 down right now from my high. And Bitcoin, so I added to the Bitcoin position at like 79,000, 78. I can just look at it. Let's see. Gridbot. Okay, it doesn't actually show it on this screen, but it was 78, almost 900. So pretty much right back to where we're at right now. So it is cool that it came back because I was watching it dip. I was a little nervous, but I was also wanting to buy more. And so it looks like so far that's the bottom, and we are back up in this liquidity zone pretty much. And I'm hoping we bounce from here back to the high of the range. So that's the trade idea. And not just hoping, but that's the idea, that we test this liquidity area. Rejecting back below this liquidity area would not be looking good for me. So with my idea, so going to the grid bot, or we can just go back to full screen. So we can see on that pump, I at least got one sell and one rebuy. So it went back into my range and hit a sell at 80,900 about. So that's another hedge off. So even though I opened this Bitcoin long somewhere around here at 86,000, it's only down 1.5% at 78,000. So this is a hedge position, the way it sells off and buys back. So it's working out. This grid bot protected me in the situation. So a lot of people use it just because they want to trade while price is going sideways. I really like it for trading a hedged long position. So that worked. I added to that last night too. So I'm happy to see it back at my entry. But beyond that, let's see the alts. So I was in two other alt trades that I took an L in. Both of them were about $50 losses. So coming down here to my smart trades, I'll go to history. The link position minus $54 and the ADA position minus $50, 43 cents. So those both hit their stop loss. On the note here, I had Bitcoin and NQ looking strong. Bitcoin closing above the mid of the hourly range. Looks like it could continue. I'm going to add another note now. Note after stopped out. Tariff talk. Tariffs. Had a big effect on all the markets. NQ down thousands of points, and BTC followed but held stronger. Okay, so that's kind of my note for these two. It's really the same thing. That's the thing, having multiple oops, let me see. Having multiple altcoin trades on at a time, a lot of times they're correlated. There we go. So I put those notes on those trades if I ever look back at them, because I do have them tagged in my trade log. I'm actually going to update my trade log real quick for those. Where is it? Okay, I'm gonna put some music on or something. I'm still watching NQ here. Kind of going sideways. I want to hold it short, but I couldn't hold it at the end. The last little rally. Okay, I'm bringing in my crypto trade log. I'm just having to find it here. So I'm going to log these trades. Link P&L was minus 54, whatever. I'm going to put the exact amount. And I use a decimal in these situations because then I know that is exactly the number. Just because I know there's a decimal there. Not that I really care about the difference of the pennies. And then we had ADA. I already put in ADA. So the link trade was minus 16%. And I'm going to mark it as an L. I already have a link to my trade into 3commas. So I'm all good to go, all journaled up. And the Crow trade I already have journaled. It was break even. So other than that, my grid bots, my other grid bots are down, especially the ETH grid bot. The XRP one's down like $70, but so these are like my core positions. So I'm trying to hold these. It just sucks to end up being a bag holder for a while when I could be trading with that money. But I am trying to hold these core positions, the BTC, the ETH, and the XRP, and then use the rest of my portfolio to make scalps. So we're quite far below the range I have for this grid bot on ETH. So we would need a pretty good rally here. 25% move to get back into it. If, I don't know, if we close today strong, I could argue to add to, if I'm going to add alt, then maybe I would want to just add ETH instead of taking an alt scalp. But even if it's just a tiny bit, but at this point, I'm trying to keep my exposure tight and my risk tight. So what is my current exposure? Let's see what that is. Going back to my dashboard, 23% USD. So I'm going to actually put that right here. I'd like to keep track of that in my trade log as well. 4, 7, 25. Exposure is 77%. Yep. So I'm pretty exposed. Very exposed. So I'm not going to enter any more positions now. I'm not going to allow myself to with that level of exposure unless I took it out some of these grid bots. But so I have no more swing trades open or scalps open. I just have these grid bots. So I'm going to see how Bitcoin ends the day. If it stays strong, maybe I would look for some altcoin trades. But at this point, I can't really expose anymore at this level. And I kind of am bearish right now, NQ. Even though the last hours, it has kind of made a bottom for now. Made a higher. Well, let's see. Let's look at it real quick. Yeah, it kind of created a big range. So it really, I'm just going to leave it at this. It's huge. We're right in the middle of the big opening range. 16,666 at the bottom and 18,366 at the top. Almost a 2,000 point range in the opening hour of NQ. That's impossible. That I can't even believe it. When I say that, I cannot believe that. 16.6. That's almost 2,000 points. That's insane. I want to keep watching this to see what NQ does to kind of gauge if I'd want to take any other positions in crypto. Let's see. Let's look at the ones doing the best on my list. Fart coin pumped. Yeah, this is scary. This might be a shorting opportunity on altcoins, to be honest. Yeah, these look sketch. This is an hourly chart. Wow, that might be a rally to short. I really want to be short. Guys, NQ, it just dropped. And crypto's following with it. Dude, NQ just dropped 400 points. Look at this. This is a 5-minute chart. 17,600 down to 17,200. Let's watch Bitcoin. Okay, so I want to have like a game plan for the week, but it was pretty much buy the dip, and seeing that it was kind of stronger than the TradFi, than the rest of the market. I felt like Bitcoin was holding pretty well. It was. It has been. It is. Considering how much NQ moved and the rest of the market indices moved. Let's look at the Magnificent Seven. Microsoft does not look good. That's a daily. Let's go to a lower time frame. 15-minute. All right, so a lot of things above the opening gap. Not even open. Yesterday's open gap down. Yesterday's Globex open. So we at least reclaimed it. Some of these pumped. Google pumped quite a bit above Alphabet, or Amazon, Alphabet, and Tesla's not looking too good. It did. I have this on the wrong time frame. Okay, here we go. So Tesla did get a little pump as well. Back down. Tesla. Market looks weak in my opinion. Man, I want to be short. But it's probably why I need to get off soon, so I don't keep pressing buttons while I'm up on the day. So I put in my journal how much exposure I have. Where is it? Right here. And I'm short biased. I am short biased. So that means no trades since I'm only longing right now. Where would I want to buy? I would maybe add back on at the bottom of my little zone here, which actually lines up with previous month low. So maybe I add on here. Excuse me. And other than that, so I'm gonna put an alert here, add alert on BTC. I'm gonna add alert down here at the low. I'm gonna put right here Monday's low. On this one, I'm gonna put buy the dip. I'm gonna put it up a little bit higher. There we go. So that's gonna be my move. Otherwise, move slow. I'm not gonna get long any alts. Alts look bad. If I'm gonna long, it's just gonna be adding the Bitcoin. We did reclaim. I added once at least. So I'm gonna leave my ad, my last ad, which wasn't the best ad. You know, we kept selling off, but that's oftentimes like in during COVID 2020. I remember March 12th. I all in Bitcoin. All in with all my money. And it kept going down. It kept going. So I all in at $5,000. We can look at it. Let's go full screen. Trading view. There we go. I forgot I had that capability. So COVID, March 2020. Right here. This is when I all in Bitcoin. $5,000. And in the heat of the moment, to be all in, not have any more money, it went down 25% plus. I always remember it going down to 3,500, but this says 3,900. So a little bit of difference. 39.76. Maybe some exchanges went down to 35, but then we bounced the next week. That's on a weekly chart. It's days. Let's see. Yeah, right here. COVID dip. Bought 500. I mean, bought 5,000. Right here. On the 12th. And then the next day, it kept going down. Looked like it wasn't going to ever stop once it's underwater like that. And then, though, one more day and I'm back. Actually in the profit. All in with everything I own. And that was the bottom. So this, so looking at the higher time frame chart, I have some bigger buys I'd want to make if we get them in the 60s. So 65 would be the first area. I would probably buy another dip to 74 again, to be honest. If we get that next few days, I might add again a little bit. I would have bought that if I had caught it. Going to the hourly. So yeah, at this moment, level to level, I'm not going to enter any more alt positions, and I'm going to let Bitcoin play out. If we break down, I'm going to be looking to buy 65 heavier and looking for dips or looking for good reclaims after the dip. Like if this stayed strong right here, then I'd be looking for alts. So maybe end of today or tomorrow morning. Maybe I look at it tomorrow morning, and maybe tomorrow take some trades in alts. So I think that's really the plan right now. I can't enter alts now, no matter what. If anything's short, they just don't look that good. Like I could hedge Bitcoin with shorting an alt or something like that, but I'm just looking for long. So I mean, some of these it could be it's knife. It's too much of a knife catch. Like buying Crow down here, too much of a knife catch. So especially when I'm bearish, overall the market right now. All right, so I think I'm just good to go, guys. I'm just gonna keep these managed like this, keep checking in on them, keep doing my trade logging and journaling, and stay up to date on all of this to help guide my next trades. And I think that's gonna be it. I'm gonna put in the chat. Let's see, where is my chat? I lost my chat. All right, so I'm gonna put in the chat a link for 3commas. If you want to check out 3commas, that will get you the best deal. I think it gets you 10% off and allows you to try it for free. And I think that's it. So I checked up my portfolio, staying on top of it, kind of made a game plan. I could journal my game plan. I'm going to do it real quick. My computer's running really slow right now. There we go. Okay, this is my crypto journal. So I'm going to come down here for 725. What did we say? I'm just going to add all this stuff. So total portfolio value, 3,528. Exposure is 77%. I'm going to put added BTC last night. Around 78,000. I think it's 78,800. I could just check, but I don't really care. Total exposure. I already put. Anything else in here? Alts look scary. Waiting for Bitcoin to confirm. Bullish reclaims. And alts looking good. If anything, I would buy the Bitcoin dip and or short alts, but I would not long alts here. Check again tomorrow. Sweet, that's going to be my check-in today to my portfolio. I'm going to let it keep rolling. Hopefully Bitcoin keeps going up, and otherwise I'm going to be patient and look for a place where we find strength and reclaim some sort of bullish market structure to long alts. Otherwise, I'm just looking to buy the dip on Bitcoin. And if I'm listening to myself, it's really annoying. And possibly shorting alts. I'd be interested in it, but I probably won't bother. Oh, yeah, NQ's still coming down here. I want to be short so bad right now. All right, guys, but that's going to do it for today. All right, I'm going to keep my eyes on Bitcoin. I'll be checking back in tomorrow to see any updates. If Bitcoin breaks back down, then I'm not going to be in any new long positions until Bitcoin reclaims. Otherwise, I'll be looking to buy the dip as low as 65,000. Boom. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I am out. I'm going to go have some lunch, enjoy the rest of my day, and I'll be back on tomorrow morning trading NQ futures, and then back on tomorrow lunchtime to check in with my crypto portfolio. Thank you so much. I will check you soon. Make every trade count. Journal your trades, log your trades, use tools like 3commas to keep track of all of that. So with this, it's so nice. I don't even have to worry about it. All my trades are here. I can go to my smart trades and go to my history. I can go to my trade journal. It's all right here. So I really like that, to be able to stay honest with myself, stay accountable. I'm also doing it live on YouTube, so that's a whole other level of accountability. However, having this track record to go off of has really helped me. So we can actually look at our different statistics from that memory. I think where in my portfolio, does it tell me? I think there's somewhere I can see like my Sharpe ratio and stuff. It'll be fun to see what statistics I can pull up from this, and we can follow along with that on future streams. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I will be back tomorrow. Have a good day. Stay safe out there. The markets are really volatile right now, so it might be a good time to sit on the hands and not do anything too quickly unless that's your thing and you know what you're doing and you have good results. Otherwise, definitely a sketchy time right now. High volatility in the traditional markets with the tariffs, and we can expect more volatility with crypto as well. So thank you, guys. I will, of course, none of this is financial advice. This is just me journaling and documenting my own journey and what decisions I'm using to base my own trades off of, and kind of just sharing that journey. And so being, you know, all the different sides of that, being right, being wrong, having highs and lows, and so I'm just going to show it all live here. So it's all transparent and can get an idea of what it's like if you're not trading, or have company while you go through your own journey there. So, all right, guys, thank you. I will see you soon. All right, peace out, guys. Ciao, cacao. See ya.